3, 2, 1,
Sync.
3, 2, 1,
Sync.
3, 2, 1,
Sync. Alright.
Let's get started!
Alright.
I literally just got off work. I'm so fucking done. Wasn't even a bad
Hello
day.
and welcome to the Drowning in Pools motherfucking podcast.
Episode 75.
Correct.
Nice. I wasn't sure what
So
episode this
how
was
we
because I
been
was
doing?
confused. I mean, I'm good. I'm great. I was playing the new Blasphemous DLC earlier, and since you can only do it on New Game Plus, it's super fucking hard, and I was getting a little tilted. I had to stop playing it for a little while. I had to stop playing it for the podcast because I didn't want to play it up until like the podcast and be pissed off coming on here.
I got you.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
no,
I feel that. Oh, Jinx.
Yo, the salt is it's a powerful thing sometimes.
Yeah, because they did a lot of like patches and stuff that kind of changed how like hitboxes and how animations work, and some of these enemies they'll have like a massive character model or whatever, a sprite, but then you can only hit like half the sprite. So that shit was kind of pissing me off, and I was like, all right, I just need to get used to it because the game, it's still fair, but the game is very like you're gonna suffer through this.
Yeah.
Which I still enjoy. So
I feel you on that. Like anytime I have a thing where the hitbox doesn't meet up for the model, I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, my fist is through you. Why the fuck are you not getting hit?
I was getting to the point sometimes where I was like, why even bother having the character be this big? Why not just shrink them down or something?
And, like, there's a difference between hitting something and not hurting it versus not hitting it because you just missed.
Well, it's like I would throw like a projectile at it, and then the projectile would blow up at the end of its arc or whatever, and the big explosion would clearly hit the thing, and then just nothing would happen.
Gotcha.
So it's like, all right, it's frustrating, but anyway, it's still fun. It's still like New Game Plus is what the game needed, I think, because that's what I kind of just dropped it until they brought the New Game Plus and DLC, and being able to playing through it now, like with all the because you don't like the only upgrades you don't carry over are, like your health and magic upgrades. And like the collectibles and shit too, but you get like all the like traversal stuff. So you'll have like there's no double jump, but you get a platform like thing like that creates platforms for you to jump on and stuff like that. So you get to keep all that stuff that made going through it so much easier in the during the first playthrough. So I'm kind of breezing through it, thankfully.
That's good.
But it's still like, man, I sure wish these guys didn't need like 17 hits to kill. It's like basic ass enemies.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's still a great game.
Yeah.
I got the
It looks like a great game.
They added the Spanish like a Spanish dub to it, and it's fucking amazing. It really adds to like the atmosphere and just everything. Like now hearing characters actually say these like Spanish words with like the proper pronunciation and stuff is really fascinating. It's fun.
Aren't they a Spanish team?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm not sure where though.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I'm not sure like where exactly they're from. I don't believe it's Spain. I want to say it's maybe like somewhere South America. I'm not 100% sure.
Gotcha. 'Cause, I was expecting you to say when you said there's a Spanish dub. I'm like, you mean it wasn't there at the start?
It was that was weird to me too. I was like, there were only the English options when I was first playing. I was like, okay, I guess that's just how they want to do it.
The only other thing I could think of is that maybe they had the Spanish dub, but it was they only put the U.S. version in the U.S. or the English version in the U.S.
Well, I think people were actually asking for a Spanish dub.
Gotcha.
I believe that was actually the impetus to actually put it in because people were probably like me where they were like, hey, we can obviously see the influences from this, so can we have it in the actual language? When I'm watching like something from Japan, I want to hear it in Japanese. So.
I think so. This isn't about necessarily Blasphemous, but with that Japanese thing, like, I think it depends. Because like
it does depend. Because if I watch like Full Metal Alchemist, I don't want to hear the Japanese dub. I want to hear the English dub.
Well, the other
Those
thing
voices to me
too
are better.
is that fucking High School DxD and fucking a lot of Dragon Ball Super's like offhand remarks are way fucking funnier in English than they are in Japanese.
Yeah.
Like, they're like if they can have fun with it, and oh my god, fucking Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories does this too.
Yeah.
Like
Ghost Stories is another exception, yeah.
But like, if they can just run with it, I think the English is almost always. Or,
But
like,
but
whatever,
if it's like a thing I'm trying to take
seriously,
kind of seriously,
Yeah.
then yeah, I probably need like Dragon Ball and like Full Metal Alchemist are exceptions, and like Cowboy Bebop. But that's because they're like exceptions that kind of prove the rule, you know?
Yeah.
Where they're so
They're
exceptionally
godlike,
good.
typically.
Yeah, like they're so good that's like, yeah, like I gotta hear it this way.
And two, like those are the things you grew up with watching in English.
Right?
So, like,
Yeah. Watching on Toonami
after,
and
like-
Adult Swim and shit.
You lose the nostalgia factor at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is one of those things where it just kind of depends.
Yeah, it does. It does.
All right, you know what?
What?
I just grossed myself out like really
Did
badly.
you shit yourself or something? What happened?
I was literally about to say, dude, you shit yourself.
So I was picking out my hair, and you know when you get a brush and the hair gets in your comb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled out the hair and I had nowhere to put it. So I had an empty cup in front of me with a straw.
Oh no.
I shoved it into the straw and then looked at it, and immediately my stomach just twisted.
That's gross.
I'm like, oh god, that's so gross.
Why'd you just, I don't know, toss it behind you or something? Just throw it on the, like, get rid of
I
it.
didn't want to throw it on the floor.
Just throw it on the floor and vacuum it up later.
I didn't want to do that, so I stuffed it into a straw. And that was so gross.
Gross.
That is. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Although,
So I keep the
gonna
trash
get
back
thrown-
near my desk.
okay, to be fair,
Okay.
I don't really get to talk shit because my hair doesn't do that. So,
My hair falls out all the time, so.
Yeah.
oh, my hair falls out all the time, but I got like silky smooth, fucking mixed race hair. So
Right, yeah.
I don't. It just like falls on the floor, and we can't tell if it's mine or the cat's. Like,
Mine gets all knotted up on itself, and then like you just have to deal with it.
dude, you have such a fucking fro. It is ridiculous.
I have quite a lot of hair. right
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have quite a lot of hair. It's almost to the point where I can pull it back. I got like another couple months.
I like haven't. I guess I haven't like actually watched your camera on your streams for like probably 3 or 4 weeks, but like.
Yeah, it's why I'm called Afro Button sometimes.
That's like a legit fro. Like,
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have actual black people hair.
You just had to grow it out first.
yeah, but like no, like whenever you start calling yourself Afro Buttons and your hair's like a lot smaller, I'm always like, is that really a fro? And then I looked and I was like, okay, well.
Well, to be fair, when he was first growing it out, that was still more than he had basically ever had throughout high school, I think. Cause
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think like the longest it ever got was still like pretty
An inch
short.
and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's almost like 4 inches long now.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
I think we both kind of went through that transformation because my mom would never let me have fucking dreadlocks if I was still living in her house. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to have dreads, but I do want to be able to pull it back.
Yeah. I love my dreadlocks. The best decision I ever made. Don't regret it at all.
The only time I'd ever get dreads is if I got in shape.
Yeah.
Like
They look
I
good.
don't-
You would look like a really cool guy if you were in shape and had dreadlocks.
Yeah, that's like exactly what I was thinking.
I-
Like if I was in shape, went to the beach, got a tan, and had dreads, man, I look pretty good.
I still remember the guy I saw that made me want to have dreadlocks. I was in a fucking what's that burrito place called? Moe's?
Oh, Moe's, yeah.
Yeah, so I walked into a Moe's and there's this fucking like black rocker dude who walks in. He's like perfect physique,
Yeah.
awesome dreadlocks. He's got piercings, which I would never do, but they still look good. And when he was talking, he like stuck out his tongue a little bit, and his tongue was split. And I was like, this dude is impossibly fucking cool right now. He looks like a fucking cartoon character that just walked in this building.
The one that always makes me think of like, man, I wish I could look like that is the Tekken dude on Twitter.
Which
good?
one? Oh,
the-
I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the guy does all the breakdancing attacks
Yeah.
and all the Eddie Goro's attacks and
That
whatnot.
that's like the ideal black nerd shit, to be like a cool dude doing fucking sick ass fighting game moves, and also you've got dreadlocks.
Yeah. I'm like, if I look like that, you know what? I could rock.
Like
units.
if Leroy didn't have dreadlocks, I wouldn't give a fuck about Leroy.
Yeah.
He would just be another black character in the series. I'd just be like, oh, they're just replacing Wang with another old dude. But no,
He's
now
got glasses and a dreadlock.
and a dog and a pimp cane.
And a dog and a pimp cane. And a counter that looks badass. He has like 4 of them though.
Yeah. Well, his whole fighting style is basically counters. It's Wing Chun, so.
Yeah.
Cool. I've also been playing Persona 4 Golden.
Hell yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. I love JRPG-ass JRPGs.
Yeah. I think those are the best kind of JRPGs.
That's why I like Golden Sun so much, because it's the most JRPG. Persona 4 Golden, though, is like, it's super fun. I love the characters. Once Derek was able to assuage my fears that I would miss stuff, permanently, because I was not aware there was a New Game Plus until I asked him.
Gotcha.
So thank you for that, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
So the characters are great. The spending time with characters. I'm actually stressing a little bit over who to spend time with, because I kind of want to spend time with all these fucking characters because they all have something to offer me.
Yeah.
Like when you first see Yukiko, I'm like, she's probably a boring ass rich girl type that's not very expressive. She probably bitches and whines a lot, but she's actually one of the most fun characters to be around. And Chie, who I thought would be the totally spunky down for everything type, she worries all the time, and she's constantly bitching, and she's scared of everything, and having my initial assumptions basically annihilated, it feels good.
Oh, dude, you need to get Persona 5, straight up.
I mean, I have Persona. I own it. I just haven't played it yet.
You need to play Persona 5. I'm so mad that I can't really afford to spend on video games right now, because Persona 5 Royal came out beginning of this year or last quarter of last year, I think.
Yeah.
And
it's $40 right now.
Fucking, it's just, I want it so fucking bad, but I just I can't bring myself to spend on it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
here's something I noticed. Since I have Persona 5, but then Persona 5, Royal came out, and I was like, oh, whatever. They probably add a couple things. But now that I'm playing Golden, and I'm noticing all the stuff that's clearly quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
All the stuff that I'm like, oh, they clearly put that in for this version of the game. Those little things, plus the extra stuff they're putting in. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to get Royal, aren't I?
Yeah.
Just to be able to play the actual full experience.
Well, plus they fully added a new character to the main group.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
So it's fuck. I've already beaten Persona 5 twice now, because I beat it on my PS3 and fully beat it, got the full ending, all that bullshit. And I'm the vast majority of the way through the game on my PS4 run. But I'm gonna have to beat it again.
Yeah,
because
that's why I'm
You guys are making me really want to play or only have one job. You guys are really making me want to have just a single job.
Bro, quit your one job and just stream all the time.
Yeah, you have enough people now. You can probably do it. Just run ads constantly.
I'm working.
It's like a snowball effect. Once you kind of start getting people in there, then you'll get more people and more people.
Yeah,
and then...
I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about doing full-time streaming stuff.
I would, until you have 3 months in a row where that shit just works. I would.
Where you're sure.
Not, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do it anytime.
Could you imagine he just quits his job tomorrow and it's all right, full-time streamer.
You guys think You guys think I spent 6 years of my life trying to figure out how to become stable? I'm just gonna throw that shit away?
Just toss all out the fucking window.
Dude, I have seen people do stupider shit on shorter periods of time. So
I actually just recently found out that a gaming journalist website I used to look at, they I was probably looking at them for about a year, and then I just hadn't I was looking through my follows on Twitter, and I saw that I was following them still, and I was looking at them. I was like, oh, okay, what are these guys doing? I haven't seen them in a while. They shut down, and they shut down because they were going too hard too fast.
Yeah,
and they did not last very long at all.
See, also I'm very lucky. I have 2 really good friends who are gonna say, "Don't do that shit, you dumb."
Yeah.
I as someone who loves to just read way too much into numbers, I always am curious what the average number to pay the bills is for streaming,
right, like the baseline, like what you need to be able to just
like if
sustain yourself,
you're greedy as shit and run like 3-minute ads as often as you can.
Oh God.
Like, what is the break point, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a cool thing. That is something I can think about. I'm sure there's like numbers out there where you can be like, well, if you run your stream this way, like it probably depends. Like, do you depend on donations or do you just depend on ads or?
Yeah, and like I depend on ads because fucking nobody watches me. So like, dude, I'm really happy for you, Cause, but I'm also insanely jealous. Like,
why?
Because you have like a community. I have like my second monitor. Like.
I have like it's small. Like there's a couple people that I really like. Like there's a guy named Wallace, man. That dude
is there every day. Actually,
he's the coolest dude ever. He's given me a couple of sprites for free or emotes for free and a couple of things. Shout out to Wallace. He's even made my border. That's the border that I have right now. Is he made that for me?
I think a big part of it is that he's playing fighting games a lot. So and the fighting game community comes together pretty good when when somebody needs like to be boosted up and they recognize like, yo, this guy's pretty cool, we should help this guy out, and
it also helps that I probably have one of the best Udanas in the game I play.
Well, the other thing too that really helps is that you play one game.
Pretty much.
I mean, I play right now I'm
like
playing one.
we rag on, or I rag on you for playing 1 or 2 things a week, but it's really helped you out in streaming.
Yeah, because like I stream like fucking PC Building Simulator and League of Legends, and
very niche.
Yeah, well, it's like League is like so hard to get recognized in.
It's a mixture of niche and a mixture of overbloated.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
yeah.
It's like I play PC Building Simulator because it's just like one of my favorite games right now, and I can like legit play it. Like I got the game, played it for 7 hours straight, and the only reason I went to bed was because it was 4 a.m. Like. And then, like, League, I love to do analysis, but I don't actually like to play the game anymore,
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy it, but, like, there's so many things that just constantly go wrong, and I'm just
now
like...
you really are a professional. That's how you know you're a professional when you stop enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I always play the game, and I'm like, okay, here's what we should be doing, and then I look at the state of the game, and I'm just like, fuck, I'd rather just be telling people this, like...
Yeah.
So, but...
That's the weird thing, because, like, I know I'm kind of the same way where I don't really play games that a ton of people want to watch, at least they don't want to watch me play them, because I'm probably like, if it's a game I'm interested in, then I'm not going to talk that much, and I'm not going to interact a bunch. But if it's like something I'm kind of like whatever about, like maybe if I was like streaming Fallout New Vegas and I just wanted to do like a fucking insane crazy run and just fuck everything up, then yeah, or if I'm doing like a gimmick stream where it's like we're going to play 5 games that are all this thing,
at the same time with the same input.
Yeah. Yeah. But other than that, like, no one wants to fucking see me play Wonderful 101 or fucking Nora or Aegis Defenders,
Yeah.
I mean, I think once you find your audience that likes you, you'll get there, but like right away it takes a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too,
I gotta play stuff people want to see.
Yeah.
I gotta get in there.
The other thing too that helps is that you're actually really, like you said, you're really good at Power Rangers. Like,
yeah,
I'm all right.
I saw someone talking about you and your Udana on fucking Reddit earlier. So
wait, are you joking me?
They were like, I assume it was you, because they said, fuck, what was it? They said that the Udana was doing shit that only a person who does nothing but Udanas. Plays nothing but Udana was doing.
Probably me. It's either me or Gadget Guru.
Because I check out the Power Rangers Battle for the Grids subreddit every now and then just to kind of see what the game's doing. And there was someone on there talking about an Udana, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Cameron.
Yeah, I plug your shit too on that fucking subreddit.
there's a high chance.
But yeah, like it helps that you're good at the game,
Yeah.
Like it helps because you can just be like you're what, rank 14 now, 15?
I was ranked 15 for a little bit. I'm back to rank 20, but
like that's still really fucking good.
So
like
good.
I would probably say, like, realistically, I'm in the top 50 players.
Yeah, but like that's still really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like that's a stream that you can tune into and learn from.
Yeah.
It's not like tuning into someone who's a gold or something in League. That's like you can tune in that stream and be like, okay, how do you punish this? How do you blah blah blah? And you have the answers for that most of the time. When you're not getting tilted by fucking Goldar. Like
Goldar and fucking Cat, fuck them too. But yeah.
So
Yeah.
We're getting around there.
it's just like it helps that you have like such an insane like combination of stuff, and that you find a game that you just love to grind.
You also are actively trying to build a community. I feel like I'm not really trying at all. like I hate using hashtags, and I hate exposing that. I hate the feel of trying to put myself out there because it feels disingenuous. Because I don't really give a fuck.
See, I don't mind putting myself out there. What I mind is not saying something funny, and I'm always trying to say something funny. Yeah. So every time I go to tweet, I'm like, yeah, now I'm just gonna delete this.
Here's what you do. If you want like a funny tweet, but you think it won't go over well, don't completely delete it. Save it in your drafts, because that'll come back. Because that's what I do a lot. I save stuff in my drafts, and then I'll just kind of randomly look at them one day, and I'll be like, that's actually fucking hilarious, and then I'll just tweet it. You know,
Spider-Man's actually kind of good.
Actually kind of good. I think. What was I? Hold on, let me look at something. I'll even give you a fucking example. Because I think I probably have more stuff in my drafts than I've ever actually tweeted.
You know, that's just the sign of you having some sort of humanity,
I guess.
Because if you just tweet whatever the fuck at
mostly
the top of your head,
mostly it's not because it's like, oh, this will offend someone, I don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or it'll be stupid. It's mostly just like, I don't want to be annoyed right now, and I don't want some stupid ass reply. Obama's wife's podcast fucking sucks. My shadow in the Persona universe is just someone saying really nice things.
Okay, sorry.
I was actually that one. I was really laughing hard at that one. I was like, I wanted to tweet that one because I thought that one was really good, but I feel like that would just kind of go over some people's heads who don't really know me.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
But yeah, like I was even going like, it was like the shadow goes, oh, the sun's really nice today. Oh, nice shirt, and I'm just standing there going, no, you're not me. You're not me. I feel like I would be probably instantly killed by my shadow if it was doing some shit like that.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, just save those tweets. They'll come back one day.
I'll
sit on them, and you know what? They're like, because it's like kind of like stand-up comedy where, you know, anything can work. It just needs to be like executed well, and it needs to be thought about. You know, it needs to be workshopped. Ow.
But yeah. That's basically, you guys have already told what I did this week was a lot of Power Rangers. I did play Risk of Rain 2.
Mm-hmm.
That game is fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Great with a group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I also played Fall Guys today.
I saw that.
That game is the shit.
Did you see? Really? Because I was looking at it, I'm like this party-ass game with all these weird cutesy characters. I'm not really into that kind of shit.
So, Deshaun, stop thinking of it as Fallout, or not Fallout, what's the game? The American version.
American version?
The game show.
Oh, like Ninja or whatever? The
Yeah. Don't think of it as Ninja Warrior. Don't think of it as...
I was going to call it the Sasuke Challenge.
Wipeout.
That's really the Japanese version.
Don't think of it as Wipeout. Think of it as Shizuki's Castle.
Okay. So it's a lot like sillier than those things. It's not just you running to try to get to the thing. It's other shit going on. Okay.
It's goofy as fuck, and the best part is that you can grab onto other players.
So it's kind of like Gang Beasts then.
Yeah, it's a lot like Gang Beasts.
Okay.
Little less like limb flailing, but it's got that same type of flopping, and like when you hit those all the obstacles in the game are basically rubber. So if you barely tap one, you get spring loaded off of it.
Okay, hold on.
But yeah,
what the fuck are we talking about?
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Okay.
It's like this.
Yeah. Okay. I heard Fallout.
It's on
so
PlayStation
confused.
Plus right now.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And it's on Steam too. And that's where I got it.
Nice. Okay.
But apparently, so many people were trying to fucking play it that like
they reviewer bombed them.
You couldn't get a fucking you couldn't get into a game for a while.
Yeah, because they upgrade their servers and put it out almost instantly. But like, you can't, like, that's such a dick thing to do. I fucking hate the internet sometimes.
Yeah, like, it's okay to review bomb something if the company's a piece of shit and you want, like, and the game is like a predatory like pile of garbage. But
yeah,
if the servers just ain't working for a little while, just wait. You know?
It's the first day and everybody was waiting to play this game.
Like, it's on PlayStation Plus and shit, and you know, they've been hyping this game up for a minute, so it's like, give it a little bit of time. Like, because those people who are doing that don't realize that they are also part of the problem. They're also why people aren't getting into games.
Yeah, like,
so
it makes no sense. Why would you reviewer bomb something for the game not working on day one of a massive game?
Like give it.
Have you never played any MMO before?
Like, give it like a couple hours at least. Like, holy fuck! Like,
it's fixed now.
Yeah, it's fixed
now.
So hopefully that gets fixed. Hopefully they like like, I don't know, people change the review to something if they can, or enough good reviews come in that those old reviews just disappear basically.
Yeah. Game's a lot of fun. It's goofy as fuck, and if you if you have a couple friends with you, that game can be a fun as fuck time, especially if you can find them in the madness.
Oh yeah,
just go and fuck with them.
That sounds fun.
So PC Build Simulator just got an update.
I actually saw that. I was like, oh,
the esports expansion, and I really want to get it.
Nice.
Fuck, man.
Yo, there's a lot of shit coming out.
If only it was free DLC.
Yeah, I mean, like, I totally understand that, like, why they would want to, like, have that as paid DLC, because it looks like it's basically like a completely different campaign. But like, bruh, you know, like,
I seem to luck out because all the games I really like have like free DLC.
Yeah, well, like,
pretty much.
Yeah, and like, I don't mind that they want me to pay for it, because like, honestly, it's a fucking great game. Like, I totally would, whatever. But like, fucking, you know.
Yeah,
like, my wallet's already tight.
Don't want to spend money.
I'm eating. I've literally had nothing but black beans and white rice and salt for the past fucking 4 meals. Like,
Derek, that's a problem.
That's not a problem. It's a perfect protein. It's fine.
That's the young person's life in modern day America.
Derek, all I'm saying is, off podcast, if you want, give me your address.
No.
I'll order you a pizza.
It's okay, bro. Well, no, it's like, it's nice because this week Keon went to visit his family, so I'm by myself for meals finally, and it's good because, like, okay, he doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can say this. I would eat a lot healthier if he wasn't there. Not because, well, okay, here's the thing, right? Because we always eat together, right? Yeah. We're like an old married couple. But he doesn't really.
I'm starting to see that a lot more. Y'all are more like a couple than like just two dudes living in an apartment together.
Yeah, we really are.
Look, it's okay to have a bromance. It's all right.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
But like, he eats, like, he's a lot more picky than I am, so I kind of just go with the flow. But we end up eating out a lot more, and then he gets upset that we eat out more. But then I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to make? And he's like, I don't know. And that's the entire conversation.
That's why you should just make stuff.
Well,
and then
that's the thing. But like, now I'm just like, I literally went to the store and bought like 2-pound bags of black beans and just fucking made those and some rice, and I'm just living the dream right now. It is the best.
All right. Look, flavor-wise, do you do anything to those?
I did put some salt in.
Okay. Other than that,
you like any kind of like seasoning? MSG or
no? I like my stuff pretty.
Just plain.
Yeah, not like super plain, but it's like, this is a nice base, you know.
You don't need too much. Yeah, you don't need it to be like tasting like a different thing just so you can eat it.
Yeah, well, it's like I have this like mentality of, because I think it's because I was in Scouts, where if I get dropped off, like if I get stuck somewhere, I don't want to like not be able to eat simply because I don't, like, I'm not used to the taste. So I try to eat like all my vegetables, like they can be cooked, but like I don't want them super seasoned. I don't want my rice super seasoned. I don't want my beans super seasoned, because I just want to be able to like take any nutrition I can.
I'm the same way, but that's because I just want to eat the food. You know, I just want, like steak. I don't like putting a whole bunch of stuff on steak. I just want to taste the meat. You know.
Yeah.
I don't like putting. You know,
it's not. There's a difference between like not liking fucking flavor and being like, okay, this is like planning for like worst case scenario.
Yeah. there's like cooking, and then there's dumping a bunch of ketchup on your fucking food because you're a 10-year-old.
That's no. I'm not like that. I'm one of those people that I'm like, if it tastes good, by all means. If it tastes bad, I'm still gonna eat it.
Yeah, that's what ketchup was made for. It was shit that tasted not great.
Pretty much the only thing I eat with ketchup are like corn dogs and fish, and that's because I fucking hate fish.
Dude, I use fish. Actually, I don't eat cooked fish anymore because I don't like the flavor of cooked fish. I like sushi. I like sashimi, so I like raw fish for whatever fucking reason. But I don't like cooked fish. But whenever I have fish, I always just eat the tartar sauce that comes with it. It's like it's so bad.
I don't. So ketchup is weird for me because I don't like to put ketchup on anything, but I'll put ketchup on everything.
Mm-hmm. Like you're willing to?
Yeah, like it's like because I don't care for ketchup that much, but I like to have it on hot dogs clearly. But like I'll put it on my eggs, I'll put it on a sandwich, I'll put it on like if anything just doesn't taste right, I'm like this could use something. Throw a little bit of ketchup on there.
Oh, dude,
still didn't help. I'm still gonna eat it. Like it.
I
add ketchup even though I like don't know what I need to add.
Yeah.
See, I really like ketchup, but because I drink so much fucking soda, I try not to eat that much ketchup because it's really high in sugar.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's like such a weird thing that I really love. It was just ketchup on toast.
Not bad.
It's like it's gross. No, it's not bad. It is gross, and I know that.
I was gonna say that sounds
it.
like complete fucking madness.
No, it's not gross.
That sounds
By
gross.
all means, it's not.
That
gross.
sounds super
It's
gross.
fucking
Now,
gross.
do you do
I
it
love
without
it.
butter or with butter?
No butter. That's gross.
Okay, then that's gross. Never mind.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
I thought you were like butter toast and then add some ketchup.
No, I don't butter my toast unless I'm eating it buttered.
you know what I will put on buttered toast? I'll put jelly on buttered toast.
Oh, that is
Jelly on butter
disgusting.
toast.
yeah.
What?
That is
Okay, hold on.
disgusting.
It's
What?
bro. It's so good.
No, the whole
It's-
point of jelly is to soak it into the bread, so that way your bread is fruity.
You do both.
No,
You do both because now you have that savory, buttery taste and the sweet, like grape taste
How much
in the
butter are you
bread.
putting on your bread?
I mean, I don't put any butter on my bread unless I'm eating it buttered. Like that's the whole thing I just said.
I guess it depends. Like, do you see butter as like a topping or as just like an extra ingredient like salt or pepper?
I see it as a topping.
Yeah, I see. I don't. I see it as like salt or pepper. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I don't like.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't like butter on like a lot of shit. Or like if I do, I'm like butter is the flavor, right?
Yeah.
So-
right. Yeah.
Like corn on the cob or
It-
bagels or whatever.
I can understand that. I can understand
So
that.
that's similar to people in like relish and stuff. Like if you add just a little bit of relish, like it overpowers for you.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
just
like
hate the
I
taste
like
of
relish
relish.
on shit though. Shit, relish is so good.
Well, yeah.
Stop providing me a shit I can't afford, guys.
I'm sorry. Like all I'm saying is that there's certain flavors for people that just stand out over everything, and then if you mix it with even a little bit of that, they can't eat it anymore because it's all they taste is that one thing.
Yeah. That's all I am with pickles. If you put a pickle on my burger, I just won't eat the burger.
Really?
It's
You don't like
if you put
pickles?
a pickle next to the burger, still not gonna eat the burger.
If you put a pickle in my McDonald's bag next to my burger that's still in the box, I'll just throw the whole bag away.
Oh my god. That's a perfectly
I
good
hate
waste
pickles.
of trash space.
They stink and they like leave everything else with that pickly taste, and I can't stand that.
I didn't used to like pickles. I do now though. But I don't like pickle spears because of the exact opposite reason. Because
Really?
pickle spears are too much cucumber for how little pickle taste there is. Because like you get halfway into that fucking pickle spear
yeah, I can understand.
and
that.
it's just cucumber. And I didn't come here for that. Like I came here to be
Yeah.
assaulted on all fucking taste buds by pickle and salt. And I got cucumber. Like, no. It's not okay.
Funny.
Man, I have very little food pet peeves.
Yeah, for me, it's mostly just like I don't want too much shit added to it, you know. Like I'll eat fries and salt and pepper, but I'm not putting ketchup on that shit. I'm not putting anything else on that shit. Just the salt and pepper, because that's all fries need. To me, anyway.
Yeah, I'm very close to like I pretty much am at the point where I don't consider a food good unless it is good by itself and doesn't need a sauce.
Right, exactly. If I have to put a bunch of shit with it, then it's probably I probably don't actually like it.
Yeah.
Look, just put everything on 2 pieces of bread and I'll eat it.
Well, yeah. There's a difference between saying like something is good and I'm not gonna eat it, right? Like,
Yeah.
I am not that picky. If someone offers me fucking like mushroom tomato pickles, I'm gonna fucking eat it if I'm hungry. Like,
Look, in middle school, I used to like to eat as much food as I could, so I'd just be like, hey, look, I got this roll. If you guys don't want any food, I'm going to put it in between these 2 pieces of bread, and I'm going to eat that. And they'd give me free food that way.
See, I'm a little worse, where someone will literally just hand me something, and I won't ask what it is. I'll just eat it. They'll be like, "Hey, eat this," and I'll just eat it.
You
I won't even ask
that's
questions.
Good for certain situations and really bad for others.
Well, that's
Just
how
don't
I
put a
that's how I
blindfold
first
on,
ate
you'll be
gator. That's because somebody handed me like a plate of like steak. I thought it was just steak, and then I took a bite, and I was like, "Wow, this is so good." And they're like, "Yeah, it's gator." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. I've never had gator before."
oh, dude, there was this fucking hot dog place in UTC, which is the town center by UCI, and it was called Berkeley Dog, and they used to have like the coolest fucking hot dogs. They had rattlesnake, they had gator, they had jackrabbit.
Bro,
It was
that sounds so good.
so fucking. And did you know rattlesnake is like inherently peppery? I
Really?
didn't until I had one, and it was delicious. And then they got replaced by the worst fucking fish chain I've ever had.
Oh, of course.
Oh my god, it pisses me off. So, like, I realized because they were empty most of the time, so they probably couldn't afford the lease. But like,
Yeah, it's probably because people were like, "I don't really want to eat a snake. I'll just have a regular hot dog made out of a cow's ass."
yeah, well, it's like they were. Like, it was just a fucking. They only sold hot dogs. They sold hot dogs, fries, and sodas. And so it's like, you know, I kind of understand that in fucking Asia Town, USA, that might not be huge.
Right.
But like, but like, it was so fucking good. I'm so sad they went out of business. And then on top of that, they didn't get replaced by like a Wendy's or a fucking Burger King or whatever, or like any type of normal place that would have been like cool, because the only fucking place we have at UCI, we had a Wendy's and we had a Jack in the Box, so we could have used some high profile fast food. And
Yeah.
instead it got replaced by this super fucking shitty, like just bottom of the barrel, like California chain fish place, and I fucking hate it. One, I don't like fish tacos, and they serve fish tacos and like fish and chips and shit. I don't like that. Two, the clam chowder sucks cock. It is fucking terrible. And that is like the redeeming feature if you're a fucking fish place. Fish places take notes, okay? This is how you want to get the fucking like Drowning in Pool seal of approval. You make a fucking good clam chowder. A New England clam chowder is where it's at. Bonus points if you put it in a bread bowl. Fucking just like make a good clam chowder. It's not hard. I make them at home. It is not fucking hard. I get so upset about this.
Since we're on the subject of like California businesses, how do you feel about In-N-Out? Because I've never had In-N-Out, and people who I know from California are usually like, "Yeah, In-N-Out's In-N-Out. It's a burger place. It's all right. It's like Wendy's, you know." But people who aren't from California who have it for the first time act like it's the best thing ever.
So In-N-Out's burgers are probably, as far as fast food is concerned, is probably the best burger on the market.
Really?
Yeah, like as far as just like the plain old like 6-pound or 8th-pound burgers, you know, like not like a quarter pounder at McDonald's, but like, you know, the Big Mac patties, right? Pound for pound, they're probably the best burgers that I've had like ever.
Yeah.
Because the burger meat is really good quality. The buns are just like always perfect. The lettuce is like crisp. Like basically you'll not have a bad burger. It's gonna be messy, but it's gonna be fucking delicious. The issue that I have is, one, their fries suck, and two,
I've heard that a lot.
yeah, and two, it's just like their burgers are not so good as to make you want to go there over another place unless you absolutely love burgers.
Okay. So it's like, I'd rather go to this place that has maybe not as good burgers but way better fries, you know.
Well, it's like I'd rather go to McDonald's because I eat chicken most of the time. Like I'm not a huge beef eater. Not like I hate it or anything. It's just like I'd rather have like turkey, honestly. But yeah, and like on top of that, the fries aren't great. But but like no, the actual burgers are really good.
I'm a pretty big like burger guy. Like I love me a nice good burger. So I like going to a lot of places and seeing like, all right, what's your burger like? And usually it's pretty decent, but sometimes it's like, all right, why'd you guys even bother?
Yeah, no, it definitely try In-N-Out. I think you'll like it, but you'll want like a probably like a 4x4 or something.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, for me, I'm not a big burger guy. I'm a big cheese dude. So like, just anything that has a good amount of cheese on it, that's probably what I'm gonna be eating that day.
Yeah, In-N-Out's good at that too.
Are you the guy who gets the mozzarella cheese sticks, Cameron, for appetizers all the time? Are you that guy?
I'm the guy who gets the the cheese spinach dip or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? I can fuck with that. Those mozzarella sticks are disgusting.
It depends on the mozzarella sticks. Sometimes they can be made very shitty. Sometimes they just throw the cheese in there and don't really do anything else to it, and it just kind of tastes
just
boring.
it honestly tastes like they just got a stick and covered in bread and then threw it in the fryer and it's like, yep, that's it, we're good.
Well, you would think that would be enough, right? Because it's taking cheese and bread, and like I'm not a huge fan of cheese, but like fucking most people like it, and then you cover it in this thing that most people like, and then you cook it in a way that most people like, and then you bring it out and somehow it's shitty. Like,
yeah, well, that's good. That's why you gotta add in the extra steps to make it good, right? Because
well, first off, you get some seasoned breading first. Like, that should be like the first step. Right. Don't get this just boilable shit.
Like
cracker,
the breading is literally the first thing your tongue touches. You know,
Yeah.
so it should be like, it should taste good, because then it should go into the cheese and it should combine well enough that it tastes good. But a lot of places are just like, whatever, just throw it in the breading and throw it in the fucking fryer.
You know what I want to do? I want to make pepper jack cheese sticks, like fried.
That could sound pretty good.
That could be really fucking good.
I would.
I haven't even thought about that. Like different types of cheese, like sticks, like that, like fried cheese sticks.
Yeah, because I'm not a huge fan of mozzarella. Like, I like it on certain stuff, like pizza and pasta and stuff. But like, I'm not a huge fan of just like eating it by itself. It's just way too stringy for me. But like, I fucking love pepper jack. I fuck with pepper jack all the time. So, like,
I'm sure there's a recipe for that.
I'm sure there is.
Parmesan is a good cheese.
Yeah, I like it as an accent cheese.
I've been watching this lady. Oh damn, I can't remember her name. Ann Robertson, something like that. But basically, she's a show called on YouTube called How to Cook That, I think, and she's great. She's this nice Australian lady, but she cooks like a bunch of really weird shit, like weird, like she had like a zero gravity like popcorn cake that was basically like, it was like it looked like a kind of like skillet that you would heat up popcorn in, and it looked like it was like exploding, and like the top was like hanging off, and like the popcorn looked like it was flying in the air, and like she cut into it and pulled the cake out. It was super cool. But I'm sure she has like a bunch of weird crazy stuff, so I'm sure she has some weird cheese recipes that I could check out. I'm sure there's probably like a different type of cheese stick shit in there.
I know one thing specifically for cheese. If anyone wants to just make some good fucking cheese, slice a bunch of Parmesan thin, put it on some parchment paper, put it in the oven. That shit comes out so fucking good.
You know what Keanu and I have been doing recently is making like tuna melts and like grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Which you would think I wouldn't like, but just doing it at home is so much better.
Yeah. I recently retaught myself how to make grilled cheeses. I think I told this to... Have I told the story? No, I haven't. When I was a kid, I was super lazy. So I used to just put 2 slices of cheese on some bread and then on some...
Put it in the microwave.
Put it in the fucking microwave, dog.
I know that was me.
And then I...
Wait, no butter?
No. Just cheese and bread. So I would then... I tried it again probably a couple years ago, and I was like, this is probably the worst thing I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Yeah.
And
don't say.
And I was like, I don't know what was wrong with me as a kid, but I'm glad I stopped doing that shit. I relearned, like, I learned to just pull up a skillet and just fucking make my fucking grilled cheese like that, because that microwave shit's insane.
There's some...
If you cook anything in the microwave, folks, don't make it like that shit. Don't make it a grilled cheese sandwich. Don't make it like something that should really not be cooked like that.
Don't make it something that has the method of cooking in the name.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
So, Sean, I'm just imagining you getting 2 Wonder White pieces of bread and an American slice of cheese.
No. Nothing that fluffy and nice. Wheat bread, my friend.
Well, okay, you know what? Wheat bread's better for that scenario, though.
And it was still fucking gross.
I mean, yeah, but like white Wonder Bread would at least not have any flavor. That'd be like processed on processed on processed, and then you're eating that versus okay, well you got some grains in there, some.
But
flavor.
you gotta realize the wheat bread when it's heated up like that, it's just
dry.
It not even dry. It gets kind of soggy.
Yeah, it's mushy.
Gotcha.
So it's like it's not like a nice like crispy grilled cheese sandwich.
By no means. Look, when I make my microwave grilled cheeses, I put butter on the 2 slices of bread, but put the butter on the inside, put the cheese, and then when you microwave it, it becomes this flimsy, like, gooey mess of just cheese and butter, basically. The bread is just so that you can hold it.
The way that we make them is I have a cast iron skillet, and I butter bread down, cheese on top, and then butter bread on top. But I love like when cheese gets like fried on the pan, like that wafer thin cheese.
Yeah.
So I just put like a shit ton of cheese around the side, and then like the sides of my bread have all of that like grilled like thin crispy cheese.
Cheesy.
It's so
so
good.
it's more like a cheesy bread almost than like a straight up grilled cheese then.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I guess.
Either way,
Yeah.
But that shit is, it's so good. It's making me salivate because we don't have cheese anymore. So
you get some turkey and you fry, or you grill, not fry, but you put it on a skillet, cook it up a little bit, and then put that on your sandwich before you grill this sandwich. Oof.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Good shit.
some good shit.
Welcome to the food portion of the podcast, everybody.
Yeah, all 40 minutes of it.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like we were talking about something bullshit. You were talking about Blasphemous before.
Yeah, but that was like 10. It lasted like maybe 10 minutes.
So, is there just a free update for Sekiro, or is it DLC? It looks like it's just a free update.
It's free.
Okay, that's nice.
Sick. Yeah.
Free is nice.
I always like free. I was super sure Sekiro was just fucking dead. I thought they were not working on it, but
Yeah, same.
But this actually gives me a little more hope. Well, not more hope for Elden Ring, but like it kind of puts Elden Ring's kind of silence in context. Like they were working on this shit probably.
They probably working on this, and on top of that, Elden Ring. I feel like they're just taking their time on it, and when they want to show something that actually makes sense, they're gonna show it.
Yeah. Well, I think they were supposed to show something earlier this year, but the big COVID.
Yeah.
So, and now they're just like they're probably just like fuck it, we'll just put it out when we get it out.
So if you click on the Twitter thing, the like first thing that pops up is some motherfucker asking when the update that makes the game fun is.
Wow. Fuck that guy. Anyway. Look, man, Sekiro is a fun, hard game. If you can't take it, go suck on your baby ball somewhere else and let us enjoy our game.
I just like
Fuckers.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I could see that with like League of Legends,
Well, man, it's not fucking Last of Us 2 or Ghost of Tsushima or some fucking big thing that Sony told everyone was hype. So, therefore, who cares, right? It's not fun because it's not hyped up. It's not fun because it won't make me look good on my fucking PlayStation account and all my cool trophies. Fucking assholes.
I will say, Ghost of Tsushima, I've been watching like a lot of gameplay of it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a game that I would totally, absolutely, if I didn't have any other responsibilities, just like get fucking lost in.
Dive into, yeah.
Yeah, like if I wasn't working and going to class and doing the podcast and streaming and writing new music, I would be like, which I guess is only 5 things. Wow, I'm an adult. Anyway, so I would just probably like that game gives me the same vibes as Breath of the Wild. You know,
yeah.
like it looks like as good as Breath of the Wild was to me, and I really want to play it. Like the sad part is like all these games are coming out right now, and it's like the one time in my life I don't have game money.
Right, yeah.
And it's just like, fuck. Like, now all the fucking AAA games aren't overhyped? God damn it. Like, and, like, they tell a really cool story about, like, breaking, like, the Shinobi code, or not Shinobi, Bushido code and stuff like that. I should know this, but my fucking
Even though it's
ancestors just,
mega
like...
historically inaccurate. But
Yeah.
whatever.
But, I mean, like, take some fucking
Who
liberties.
cares? Yeah.
Like,
No one wants to see a old school Japanese story without samurais in it.
Yeah.
Or haikus.
his horrible haikus.
I don't know. It's just like it's a lot of really cool stuff to me that like blends that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
I think I'm just kind of burned out on like big open world games right now, so I'm not really trying to get too into any of them.
Yeah.
And just seeing that it's like, all right, run around the map and collect shit, follow the animals. Like the idea of following the wind and the animals to shit is cool, but if it's just to like collectibles or to like a side mission or shit, I'm like, okay, I can like wait until that's on PlayStation Plus to try out, you know.
Yeah.
I
definitely
really want to try it out though.
I'm definitely waiting until either I have a far fatter paycheck than I'm expecting, or it like goes down on sale. But like, it does look. And I was kind of with you where I was kind of done on the big open world games for a really long time. For probably like 2 years, I just like stopped playing open world games. I like played Breath of the Wild, and I was just like, well, fuck. Like, you know, the next fucking big game better do as well as that. And then I played like Assassin's Creed Origins, and I was just like, ugh. Which, let me put my opinion out there. I don't think Origins or Odyssey are like necessarily bad games. It's just like they weren't the same, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like,
You know
it's
what, man?
open but linear.
To me, like the Assassin's Creed games have become like, they used to be a thing you got hyped for, and now they're just like, all right, another Assassin's Creed game, I guess. I'm not, like, you're not excited for anything about them, really. Like, not the story or the characters or
Desmond
the.
died. All my hopes of being future assassin died.
I still say a fucking Assassin's Creed game set in Atlantis would be fucking awesome.
It would be fucking awesome.
Ditch, like, you can even add in like little bits of like real history or whatever, but let's kind of leave that shit behind for a little while maybe and do something cool.
Like,
You know, because it's starting to get tired trying to do this shit.
Well, it's like, if they had kept with the like staying realistic, I would be like, nah, like they should just stay realistic. But like Odyssey has you fight like Medusa and shit, and Origins had you get a fucking chocobo. Like
in Origins, there's like DLC shit where you fight the gods or whatever. You fight like Anubis and shit.
Yeah, so it's like, just like at that point,
they've long abandoned that whole, you know, this could have happened type of shit. It's like, nah, man, like this shit's crazy. Like it's a fucking wild ass video game. Like do some cool shit, do some fun crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of coming back around to them. Keon's currently playing at the new God of War, the one that came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The newest
like
God
that
of
game.
War.
That was fun.
Yeah,
I'll talk about it on the podcast, I'm sure.
Yeah, you did.
but like he's playing that again, or I say again, but he never made it through the first time. But and I'm not really playing too much. I'm kind of just like poking my head in every once in a while because he's really like going to town on like the side quests and shit. And it made me want to play Assassin's Creed Origins because the combat styles are very similar.
For me in God of War, I wasn't really feeling the combat until I changed it to classic God of War controls, and then I was like, fuck yeah, this game is awesome. Like fighting the Valkyries with those controls is so awesome. It's probably those are probably like the best boss fights I played in a long time. Yeah. Fighting the Valkyries. Yeah. And they're like side missions. Like you fight like I want to say like 11 Valkyries, something like that.
9 or 11.
And then the final boss is like a super Valkyrie with all their movesets plus some new shit, you know? And it's so fun. And I wish like God of War does what a lot of open world games don't do, and it's in the sense that it's like it's fun to play, like continue, like it's fun to play when you're just walking around, you know. It's fun to play when you're just looking at shit. It's fun to just walk around and do shit, you know. Unlike other games where it's like the fucking thing I gotta find is across the map, so I guess I gotta walk for 15 minutes to get over there because I haven't gotten the fast travel thing yet, you know.
Yeah. I feel like, and that's I think part of the reason why I just can't watch Keon play it is because he's so like enthralled and like doing what he's doing that I'm just so fucking bored out of my mind because I'm not playing it, right? You know?
Right. Yeah.
Like I get it. But and like Breath of the Wild does that same fucking shit where it is so fun to just explore the world and like move in the world. But like I cannot watch Kayla play that game because I just get so fucking bored. Because she's like chasing squirrels and shit. And like, you know, that's fucking awesome. But don't expect me to stand there and watch it.
Right. Like it's fun to chase around squirrels if you're the one chasing around the squirrels.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I'm absolutely gonna like I'm gonna sit there and spend time with her, but like I'm not gonna fucking just sit there and watch you chase squirrels. I'm gonna be scrolling through Reddit, like wasting my time elsewhere.
Right.
Oh my god. Dude, if I'm not single after this podcast, life is gonna be good.
Oh, fantastic.
What were we talking about before Ubisoft or before Assassin's Creed?
Sekiro.
Open world games.
Sekiro.
And
then
I guess so.
There's a new Guilty Gear Strive. Is it a character or is it a
Character, yeah.
Is this game out yet?
No.
Strive? No.
Okay.
It's not gonna be out for a while. But man, that whole Japanese boardroom.
The fighting game like round table or whatever.
Yeah, the fighting game round table. That shit was cool.
It was. They should do it more often. Like I checked it out because I was like, this is something rare that we might never get again. So I need to check this out.
Especially because they are so secluded when it comes to their ideas and mentality on game making that they don't want to.
They all talk to each other, but they don't talk to like the audience really. You know, they'll kind of like tell stuff to each other a little bit. Like they're all like drinking buddies for the most part, but like when it comes to expressing that self to the outside world, they're very hesitant and they're very like, no, we don't want to give away our secrets or anything, or like, you know, shit like that. But seeing this was really fascinating. I love like the looks on everyone's faces when like Harada and the dude doing Fighting EX Layer. His name, I can't fucking remember. When they brought up a rollback and like 3 of the developers like froze and were just looking straight at the camera with like these like disapproving looks on their faces, I was laughing my ass off because they're so like
talked about it longer. They could have.
It's like some of those guys are like so weirdly against it for some reason.
It's the fucking not made in Japan ideology or whatever.
Yeah, because they probably just want to do it themselves. They want to somehow make it themselves, but you don't need to make it yourself. You know, like somebody fucking makes the cure for cancer. You don't need to make another cure for cancer. You got the cure for cancer. You know.
But I will say one of the stats that came out from that whole thing was how many Wi-Fi warriors there are.
Oh, 50% of Tekken players are fucking Wi-Fi warriors.
Over 50%.
That's so insane to me. Crazy.
What it comes down to is that you have to understand that most of fighting game fans aren't fans of fighting games.
They're surface fans basically. They just they see a thing and they kind of get hyped for it. They get it and they play it. They play like the story mode, maybe a couple characters, and they hit online for like a couple times and like, all right, fuck it.
Which kind of
that just hit me in the heart, bro.
I mean,
fucking ow.
Look, man, I calls it as I see him.
You have to understand. When you see someone who says they're good at fighting games, almost your instant reaction is, yeah, you probably don't know how to block.
Like,
I don't know about that.
There are a lot of basement kings out there, you know, who are real good at home, but kind of shit when you take them out. You know, when you take them out of their comfort zone. There's
a lot of people who put in a fighting game, have learned one combo, and then their friends come over, don't know any combos, and they body them and go, oh yeah, I'm so good.
Right. Mollywop them, and then you're like, all right, but you just was essentially a novice.
Yeah.
Dude, I can perfect the training dummy, like, not to brag or anything, but...
Training dummy doesn't stand a chance.
Watch this 15-hit kill that I got on Tekken. Yeah, but what button does it start with? All right, let me just backdash and kick.
Right, exactly. I've already figured out how to completely upend your game plan, so...
I think one of my favorite
combo
things
is going to help.
Playing Tekken was like basically doing that where you just absolutely fuck somebody's game plan by pressing your jab.
Didn't expect that, did you?
That's why Law was my favorite character. Light, medium.
But guess what? Most of those fucking Wi-Fi warriors, Law players.
Yeah.
Law is like the Vegito of Tekken. You know, he's the guy that people see. They're like, "Holy shit, Bruce Lee! I want to play as him," and then they jump in and just play as him. Yep. You know?
Yeah. I played Dragon Ball recently, like a couple weeks ago. The amount of Vegito players, and the amount of disconnects were. I'm not gonna say entirely proportional.
If it was a Venn diagram, would it be a circle?
It's like
Vegito players and people who disconnect.
it wouldn't quite be a circle, but like
It'd be real close.
I think there'd be like a tangent where like they don't connect.
They still connect at all.
Look, all I gotta say is, in fighting games, having someone rage quit on you is probably the best feeling ever.
Honestly, it used to piss me off, but now I love it. I fucking love it.
I would say that if it wasn't every game.
No,
I mean, that's fair. I was gonna say, like, if you're actually actively trying to grind and get higher, that's when it gets annoying. But like, if you're doing your 9 to 5, you're quick, just put in my time, get my points, get out.
Yeah.
It's hilarious watching someone rage quit.
Like casual online, you know,
Yeah.
just kind of jumping in, just being like whatever, you know, and then some dude rage quits because you're like fucking around with the combo and you fuck them up real bad, and you're like, wow, I didn't even know that would work, and then he rage quits on you.
You're like,
Oh, I had somebody do that in Power Rangers last week. I guess
so the only thing I'll say in Power Rangers, you don't know.
no, I do know because
Yeah.
I got your opponent has left the match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
not just the win when you 104. I got the actual disconnect message, which I know is a fucking myth in the Power Rangers scene. But like, no, it was funny because like I was doing some shit with Udana and I was trying to remember Kaz's combo, and then I just started freestyling because I couldn't, and ended up just killing anyway from like 3/4 without doing any random ass extensions, and like, and then I got that your opponent has left the match, and I was just like, well. That felt good. That felt fucking fantastic.
That's great. It's a great feeling. It's like, oh, I just bodied you so hard you had to leave.
Like
Yeah.
the feeling of like, oh, well, that works. It feels super good. It's like, all right, like I don't know, instilling salt into people. It you know, it seems good. It seems fun, especially people who are like assholes who would rage quit.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
there's like no sympathy for those kind of people.
yeah, it's one of those things where I've noticed that like and this is kind of in League too. I guess it's like every competitive game where like there's like a bell diagram of like your your propensity to rage quit and how bad you are at the game, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like if you're just starting out, like most people don't really rage quit. And then once they think they know some shit, that's when they start rage quitting.
Because they start getting frustrated because like, man, this is bullshit. I know what I'm doing, so what's wrong with the game?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they rage quit. Or they're like the other person is cheating somehow, you know.
Oh Jesus!
And that's how they end up. That's how their bitch asses end up on scrub quotes.
Am I looking in the mirror right now? That's how I always sound when I.
Well, there's a difference. I mean, yes, but also there's a difference between, like,
Yeah, I know.
there's a difference between that and then like taking your lumps, you know,
Yeah.
and like RQing. Like, it's totally fine to be like, okay, I have like decent reason to speculate that person might have actually been lag switching, or like I did not know that comboed and I am not prepped for that. Like, there's a difference between saying like, okay, that's kind of cheap, and arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the one thing I will always do is I will never rage quit. I'll be like, man, all right, fuck it, you get this game, you piece of.
I can't remember who. What YouTube channel was it? Like, I think like this week or last week they released a video called "Getting Bodied is Good for You."
Oh, that's correct.
Oh, that's
that was
Pro
correct.
Gaming.
That's what it is.
Corey
yeah,
Gaming.
yeah, Corey Gaming. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
It's really
I
good.
got
It's a
distracted,
great
but
fucking video. I love that channel.
like that's absolutely true. Like, getting bodied is super good for you. You learn what you learn what it means to fail and fucking lose bad.
I just made a post about that yesterday.
yeah.
I will put an asterisk on that though, because I think getting bodied is good, but there are certain scenarios where you get bodied by people so much better than you that it's not a learning experience. You know?
So there's the thing about it. You can learn from somebody who's way better than you if you go into the match to learn. Like, if
Yeah.
you just like after, especially with versus games, if you lose one character and you know you just got bought by whatever, you literally just stop trying and you go, all right, how did he get in on me right there? And then you just try to kind of recreate the scenario.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
like
think-
the whole point of what I was trying to say is like a lot of times, and this is happening to me in League, where I'm kind of at the threshold of like being not shit, and so there's a lot of players who are significantly better than me in a multitude of different ways that like it's sometimes not super helpful to go up against these players because like they're just better in every metric, and it's hard to catch every single thing, you know? Like, if someone's so much better than you in everything...
What the fuck?
Fucking cuz.
You're gonna hold a lot of L's? That's funny.
Like, if someone's so much better than you in everything, it is difficult to take away a lesson from that.
Yeah.
See, for me, I get that kind of weird anime attitude where I'm like, now I see the limits of my power.
Well, yeah, no.
And now I see how far I can go.
It
You
can
know,
be
like
cool.
that's what I want. Like when I was playing, like when I first started playing Lethal League Blaze, I thought I was all right because I was really good at fucking Lethal League. And then some dude came around online, fucking cleaned me up, you know. And I was like, okay, now I see where the fucking true limits are. Like I thought I was good, but this is a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I mean, like...
Hey.
I mean, yes, but also, like, like there's some people, there's some matches too where I get completely, like, I was playing Dragon Ball and I got in ranked, by the way. I'm like fucking Super Saiyan 3 or some shit. I got ranked with like a God of Destruction,
Jesus.
which is literally over 3 times my BP, like just straight up, right?
Yeah.
And he fucking bodied me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was not even close. And then I also got ranked, I think, next set that I played, which was like a day or two later, with someone in Super Saiyan Rose, which is like double my BP, right? So still, like, way out of my fucking league. What the shit, Bandai. But it was one of those things where I was streaming it too, and I was like, this guy is not that much better than me, you know? And not in like a salty way. It's just like, yeah, he's cleaner, and he knows his combos, but he's like, I could see myself winning this, you know?
Yeah.
And-
I can see the top of the mountain.
Yeah, and it's
That kind
like,
of thing.
he's not doing stuff that's like, I would never think of that, or like, it's just stuff that like, oh, I just didn't block that, you know?
Right.
And so, like, I think that there is a big difference there, because like, the God of Destruction guy would just like, fucked my shit, you know? And it was like,
Yeah.
he like, just royally reamed me until I was just a hole. And then the other guy was just like, not like barely winning, because he definitely had all 3 characters, but like, it was so much closer that I could see myself getting better within the set. So,
Yeah.
like, there are certain circumstances where it's like, oh my god, it's cool that you opened my eyes to that, but at the same time, I don't want to get fucking, like, frozen fisted up my ass every single game, you know?
You want to be able to like play the game and throw a punch and be able to say, all right, I threw a punch and it didn't work on this guy because he was really good. Not he whipped the fuck out of me. And I don't know what I can do to counter this.
Yeah. Like, you need to see yourself improve, or else you're not going to have the want to get better.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, it's good every once in a while to get, like, have someone shove their foot up your ass, but like, it should not be a daily occurrence,
Yeah.
because otherwise you're just going to be seeing shit.
Yeah, no, I don't think it should be a daily occurrence, but I do think it should definitely be a thing you go and do every now and then. Like, every time you've been practicing a lot, you should always go test your limits out with someone who's, you know, it's like maxing in weightlifting, where like every now and then you need a max just to see where you're at, and then continue on with your general gradual upgrades.
And this is something they were talking about during the roundtable, was like they were trying to work on ways to get players of a certain level to just play other players of that level mostly, right? Like to get to so you're not like constantly playing against people who are beneath you or super above you, right? You know, you want to be more around your level so you can actually learn gradually.
Well, yeah, I think that's good if it's the median level, right? Like the average level, or like beginner's level. But like, there's a lot to be learned from lower level players if you're a high level player, you know?
Well, because when you're playing lower level players, you have to usually change up your strategy, and because you'll get dragged down to their level, right? Playing people who aren't as good as you.
The thing is that when you get to a high level, you start respecting certain buttons, and when you start respecting things, the unrespectful thing works.
Yeah.
Right.
When you just go and just DP someone in the face.
I have no honor. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Sprint 4 DP will catch more people than anything.
I like the idea that like people should be playing people around their rank, but and I guess I do get upset a lot in matchmaking when it feels like I'm severely outclassed.
Yeah.
But like, especially when you're getting at the upper bounds of that shit, like, I think it could be a lot looser, because like, it's like a fight, You know, like an actual fight where like
Yeah.
you can fight someone who's like roughly your size and roughly your shit and whatever, and like maybe you have your shit down, but like eventually some like 7-foot bouncer is gonna come at you, and if you don't know how to knee people in the balls, you are gonna die. Like
Yeah. If you don't know how to play dirty a little, you might,
Yeah.
things might not turn out well for you.
I
I can see that.
fucking also side note, I hate when people are like, well, how could you do that? I'm like, dude had a knife. Like, you think I'm gonna take that? Fuck no.
Bro, fucking Miyamoto Musashi, one of the most revered fucking samurai of all time, would fucking kill his opponents with dirty tricks during the middle of duels, and people would be like, what the fuck, bro? And he's like, it's a death match,
Yeah.
guy! Like, I'm not trying to fucking let this dude kill me for some honor.
Yeah.
I'm going home tonight.
You know what honor doesn't pay? The bills.
Right. Like, he's dead. He's got his honor, and he's in the grave.
Yeah.
I'm fucking his wife.
It is like a weird thing where it's like you don't want to do that. Like, you don't want to be insanely dishonorable because then no one trusts you.
Yeah.
But
You don't want to
like,
be a scumbag who no one ever wants to fight.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you know,
Also, at the same time, after a while, people should know that you're going to fight dirty, so they should be prepared for it. So after a while, it just becomes part of your fighting style.
look, if you're not wearing a cup, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Look, man, if you aren't wearing a Kevlar vest and a riot helmet and, some more armor, this gun's going to hurt you.
If you don't have a titanium neck, like, I just don't.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got to say.
Big Nintendo leaks, guys. What do you think? Who cares?
I didn't even see him.
It was like just a bunch of like sprites and stuff that kind of got released, and they were like, Luigi was in Mario 64 the whole time.
Oh, I thought those were just memes.
No,
No, it was real.
it
real.
became memes because
Yeah. Because people were like, well, if he was in the game, he was in the game the whole time, and people were like, oh, let's see if we can fix Mario 64 and get Luigi in there, even though they re-released the game on 3DS with Luigi in it like 2-3 years ago.
on top of that, they have the whole 99 Mario 99.
What was Mario 99?
You get 99 players to play Mario at the same time.
What is that? What? Oh, it's part of the leaks. It's part of the leaks.
Wait,
Yeah.
No. That was not a. It's a mod.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. It's not official or anything. It's a mod that
Just
you can
get
play
everybody to play.
Mario with like 99 people at once.
Yeah.
And there was a stream where it was 99 players versus 2 speedrunners.
I got 99 players, 2 speedrunners, ain't 2.
The
That's
speedrunners
weird.
lost, but they
Of course.
it was much closer than it should have been though.
What else in these leaks? Long Yoshi, who looked more like a gecko than a dinosaur.
Yeah, the sketchpad note stuffs.
Yeah, just a bunch of like interesting, more trivia stuff, and not really like
Actual leaks.
Yeah, not like important stuff that made people lose their shit.
Did
Just
the
kinda
leaks? The
curiosities.
leaks came from a hole in a different company's stuff, right?
I'm not sure. I think so. I think it was like a hack or something that got all that
There-
stuff leaked or whatever.
There was a company that worked with Nintendo,
Yeah.
and they got hacked.
Yeah.
I think is what happened. Something like that.
Super weird. But I wonder if Nintendo was like trying to shut all that stuff down. It really doesn't seem like they are. I haven't seen any
I
like,
mean, it's from the 64 era, so like,
but still,
Yeah.
Nintendo is very like they hold that shit to their chest, right? Like they don't like showing people the inner workings of their shit. So they don't like it when people break open the new SNES Mini and find out that there's a bunch of shit in there.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know? So what else? Ubisoft's a bunch of scumbags as usual.
Ubisoft's a bunch of scumbags. Like,
Blizzard, Bobby Kotick is making way too much money. Some of his employees are dying. Well, they're skipping meals just to, save money. Fuck Bobby Kotick and Ubisoft and all that shit. What else? Oh, Spider-Man, fucking exclusive to PS4 version of Disney's Marvel's Avengers. Oh, wait, no. Disney's Marvel's Square Enix's Avengers game. What is it even called? Is it just called Marvel's the Avengers?
I think it's just called Avengers.
That's so fucking lame. That game looks like garbage. People are all mad about Spider-Man being exclusive to the PS4 version of the game, but the game looks like shit anyway, so I don't really care. And the funniest thing ever is that people were like all mad about it, and then Sony and Square Enix just doubled down, and they're like, your PS4 owners are also going to get fucking exclusive costumes and exclusive characters and like all kinds of shit, and they I think they get like 30-day exclusive shit. You know, PlayStation Plus people will start getting like extra points and shit.
They're like, we're just gonna make it so you can buy the game.
They hard double down on making it like a Sony game almost. You know,
I mean, I don't
literally making the Steam and Switch versions is completely worthless. You know, or is it coming on PC? I don't think it's coming on PC.
I think it's
like the Steam and Switch versions,
Xbox
or the Xbox and Switch versions. Just like they're devalued now because Spider-Man and a bunch of extra shit is going to be in the PS4 version. So it's like, just get the PS4 version.
I don't know. Like, I would be more upset if COD hadn't been doing it for like the past 3 years.
Right. That's what's weird to me. Like, people are mad about this, but other games have been doing this for a minute. You know, maybe just because it's Spider-Man, and maybe I don't care because I think the game looks like complete shit. Like absolute shit. Like actually like a pile of garbage. Yeah. Like, I feel like if you pay for this game, you're a sucker. Do not buy this game. Or do, and play it, and then tell me how bad it is, and I can laugh at y'all for it. Because this game looks really bad. Wait, what was I saying? Game's been doing this for a minute.
I'm like, I got so angry, I forgot what I was talking about.
I had a point, and then I completely fucking forgot what my point was. But anyway, Spider-Man's exclusive to this game. People care. Why? Just don't buy the game. Play a good Avengers. Play like a good Marvel game. Go see if you can dig up those Ultimate Alliance games. You know, go play literally anything else.
Go play
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Go play XCOM and make the Avengers characters in there. That's what I did.
Right, literally play something fun. Like, this game looks like, I don't know, man. It just, the action does not look fun. I bet the actual gameplay will just suck ass because it doesn't look like it feels good to play.
You know what game looks like it feels good to play?
What?
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, the new Jet Set Radio send up.
Oh yeah, bitches.
Don't worry,
it's
Sega.
Out here.
Don't worry, Sega. Team Reptile's got this.
Team Reptile's got it locked.
Like, it's super nuts that like for years people were just asking for it. Like, please Sega, please give us a new Jet Set Radio game, and they're like, nah, we don't really give a fuck. And then even what's his name? Damn, I'm blanking on his name for some reason.
Hideki Naganuma?
Yeah, even he was like, I'm gonna talk to Sega and see if I can get it, and that just went nowhere. So I guess he was just like, hey, Team Reptile, let's just make the game. Let's just make it ourselves.
See, it's insane how much joy comes from 15 seconds of footage.
Right? Yeah, seriously. Like, people see that and they're like, oh, it's a new one, you know.
And the best part about it is that there's the rule: no game, no hype.
Right.
Let's be honest.
We saw a little bit of
Radio
gameplay.
Is a pretty shitty video game.
Yeah, like getting down to it, like actually playing the game, not that great.
Not the greatest.
But you know, everything around it is very fun, and you know, you still kind of enjoy yourself playing it because you're like, oh, this world's so silly and crazy.
In the world, even with the jank controls, it was just fun to see everything.
Yeah. So this what's it called? Cyberpunk Bomb Rush or Cyberfunk Rush?
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Like, it gets me too.
Yeah.
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
I'm super excited. It looks super good.
The logo looks cool.
I mean, for now, it looks super good because it's the Team Reptile guys, and you know, the stuff they made so far has been really good. So hopefully, it doesn't turn out to be a massive disaster. Hopefully, they look at like why Jet Set Radio didn't exactly become the huge hit that that its fans believe it to be. Hopefully, they look at that and they're like, all right, let's make the gameplay fun. Let's make, you know, everything kind of work. You know.
The crazy thing is in like the last 2 months, probably the last 2 months, I've seen so many different fan versions of Jet Set Radio being announced.
Yeah, because there's a Neon Tail.
There's Neon Tail. There's the one that looks exactly like Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
Made by I forget who it's made by, but it's like almost like a perfect mod of it. Is what it looks like. There's that one. There's 2 others that I don't think are gonna get anywhere. And then there's Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which I think is like the most promising. Neon Tail and Bomb Rush are like the 2 most finished products I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's not like that idea is a bad idea, right? Like this kind of cyberpunkish future skating game. It's the concept itself is so video gamey. It's like I'm kind of surprised this just hasn't happened earlier.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater's coming out.
Right,
it's
yeah.
just the same thing except with skates.
Yeah. Have you seen the? Well, I guess I don't know how much you guys care about that, but have you seen the soundtrack for the
Yes.
remake or whatever?
Yes.
So they got a lot of old songs, a lot of new songs. So looks like it'll be pretty good.
They're keeping all the music in the same generation, so
Yeah,
I think it'll be fun.
it's good. What else did I do this week? I feel like I did one last thing, but I probably watched a movie. I watched Ip Man 4.
How was it?
Oh, you know what? That's the thing I'll talk about last. So Ip Man 4, Ip Man, forgive me. Ip Man. He is a.
Hold on. Sorry, time out. I had 3 people at my job that I work at currently that all went, "Oh, I thought it was IP Man this whole time."
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was just like, what?
That's so dumb. Why would you even think that? Like it's an I and a lowercase p. Anyway.
I thought it was IP Man the whole time.
IP Man.
Ip Man. Wait, you mean IP Man? No. Ip Man.
Ip Man. So this is a really it's way fucking better than the third one.
Yeah.
The third one's got good action, but the plot's just kind of whatever. It's kind of nonsense and it just doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. This one's awesome. The acting is fucking phenomenal. Probably some of the best acting I've ever seen in a martial arts film, straight up. And mostly because a lot of it is over the top, but it's played very well. Scott Adkins plays this fucking asshole lieutenant in the military, and he is just the biggest dickhead. He thinks it's kind of weird. He acts like this big racist against Chinese people, but he loves this style of karate that was created by a Korean a Japanese Korean immigrant. Wait, he's from Korea. His name's Masoyama, and basically the fighting style he created, basically he learned from living in Japan, even though he's a Korean immigrant.
Yeah.
But so Scott Adkins is screaming all this crazy racist shit, and I'm like, but you love karate though. He's shitting on kung fu. He's like, this is your Chinese kung fu. He's doing all kinds of crazy shit. He's yelling all this hilarious stuff, absolutely fucking gut busting hilarious shit. There's one part where a dude brings in. Have you seen those wooden dummies that you see kung fu flicks where they just hit him? So one dude brings that into their military base, and Scott Adkins goes, the dude gets beat up, and the Scott Adkins is like, "Now get out of here and take your wooden girlfriend with you." Super good. If you do nothing else, just try to find clips of Scott Adkins just being the fucking most hilarious bad guy ever. And he's one of those he's like Aku in the sense that Aku can be hilarious, but also you're really fucking scared of him because he could basically just kill you in an instant. That's the kind of character Scott Adkins plays, where you can feel the threat. He's saying funny shit and he's being ridiculous, but you can really feel the threat in his character.
Gotcha.
Ip Man, his actual arc, he actually doesn't really do much in this movie. He kind of just shows up and beats a couple dudes up and stands up for Chinese rights or whatever. There's actually his story is really good because it also crosses over with this other dude's story where he's this Chinese he lives in California and he's this Chinese kind of mediator for immigrants to get into the country.
Okay.
And he runs a kung fu school or he runs an association that's also a kung fu school. He teaches his daughter kung fu. She hates it. She gets bullied at school. Okay. But she uses that kung fu to beat up her bullies, right? But her dad gets mad at her because he's like, you have to put up with it. We're basically guests here, and the more we fight back against them, the shittier they'll treat us.
Yeah.
And he's kind of right in the sense that the fight causes him and a bunch of other people to almost get deported. But luckily, Scott Adkins just kind of walks into the police department and is like, I'm taking these Chinese people so I can go beat them up, and basically they get off the hook. They get a way lesser punishment than what they would have gotten before. They basically just get beat up by Scott Adkins,
okay.
Instead of being fucking deported or sent to prison. So he's like telling his daughter, like, you gotta put up with it, But then eventually, when he gets arrested, he's like, no, you were right, sweetheart. You should have fought back. We're not bending down for these fuckers anymore. And but he gets beat up anyway. And then Ip Man shows up and is like, I am Ip Man. I'm basically the superhero of Chinese people. I'm gonna beat up this white man. And he does. And it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
But the only bad thing in this movie, was essentially a 9.5, is the Bruce Lee impersonator they got.
Oh no.
So anyone who knows Ip Man knows that Bruce Lee is like his top student. He's like the most famous dude ever. That came out of school. Ip Man was his teacher. The Bruce Lee in here is like, there's a whole fight scene that happens for literally no reason. He goes into him and Ip Man are in like in a restaurant. And then Bruce Lee's students walk in, and then some other karate guys walk in, and they're like, "Yo, kung fu is gay. Let's fight, bitches." Bunch of white dudes, of course.
Yeah.
So Bruce Lee beats them all up, and then some rando shows up out of like an alley, and then they start fighting, and then Bruce Lee like beats him up. The dude has like nunchucks for no reason, and Bruce Lee takes them from him and beats him up with them, and then he beats the guy up, and the guy looks at Bruce Lee and he gives him like a thumbs up, and then that's it. They don't explain who the guy was. He just kind of came from literally nowhere. Fucking hilarious, right? Totally stupid and pointless. The guy playing Bruce Lee, way too excited to be playing Bruce Lee. Like, dial it back, bro. Like, you can really tell he's a little too eager to be in this role to like to do like the what-tas and that kind of shit, So, besides that, very good flick. Go watch it. Definitely, I'm gonna say this is the best one of the series. Like 1 and 2 are like 9s, and then 3 is like a 6, and then 4 is like a 9.5. It's nearly perfect as far as like a martial arts film goes.
Okay. I'm done with that.
Yeah, watch it.
For watching things this week, I just watched anime.
Wait, did you watch any more God of High School?
Yes.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
So I liked the fact that they were like kind of not necessarily hyping up a fight, but they were about the fight between the main character and that rando guy.
Yeah.
I like that kind of he just kind of pushes him over and the fight's over.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man.
I thought that was fucking great. I thought that was amazing. I thought it was gonna be like the typical anime moment where the character gets like his secret power up or whatever, then his powers would show up and then everybody would be like, "Whoa, he's so cool!" Nah, he just kind of pushes the guy over.
He's just like, "Oh wait, he's fast, right? Fuck. Oh wait, I'm on the floor. Fuck."
Like as soon as the bell rang, essentially for the fight, dude just in front of him scoops the leg, pushes him over. Godlike, it's so good. Like, I didn't really like that character until that moment. Where now he doesn't just feel like a cool fighter guy. He feels like a trickster almost.
Yeah. Like, it looks like he grew up with very little rules.
Right. Yeah.
The only rules he had was learn these styles of fighting, and
Yep. Did you watch any Fire Force?
I did.
Did you see my message I sent you about the manga?
I saw it. I didn't read it too thoroughly because I didn't know if it had spoilery stuff in it.
No spoilers.
Okay.
Just a guy shows up and he's basically a fighting game character. He literally spends the whole fight with his arms crossed, and he's got like his gi or whatever hanging off his shoulders. Mm-hmm. And the only time he ever really moves his arms is when he's using like his techniques. But as soon as he's done, he just crosses his arms again. He has a default idle stance and everything. Like, it's super weird.
That's cool.
But basically it became the coolest fucking fight in the series.
Nice.
Like, there were some hard ass fights in this series. Like, good fights, and this one's probably the best so far.
So yeah, like the only thing that I'm going to say is not a spoiler, but when I say it, you'll know what it is if you watch the show. Walk.
Yeah,
the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
No spoilers. Not going to explain
spoilers.
anything about it. That is just the coolest shit ever.
I also realized that Fire Force and Dark Knight's Metal have the exact same plot. If you don't know what Dark Knight's Metal is, a bunch of evil Bruce Waynes come from an evil universe to kill the heroes.
So it's similar to that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
that might be a spoiler. It might not be. But.
Even the it's not, because the stuff they go into is very deep. Well, not deep, but like it's complex. And but even like the way the evil like Batmen are created, like the very process that they say is used to create them is like the process that's used to create the enemies in the show.
Nice. Okay.
So, which was super weird to me.
And then the only other anime I watched as of right now is also Misfit of Demon Academy.
Are you still watching that? Still hanging in there?
Still hanging. So, I just I almost dropped out of it because the very beginning of the newest episode looked like it was turning into a very hardcore harem.
Oh.
So then I paused the show, immediately went to my friend who's been like telling me about it and like kind of hyping it up a little bit. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to let me know right now.
Is this trash?
Sure, this doesn't become a harem. And yeah, so then I finished that episode and I'm like, okay, take it back. You're fine. It show's fine.
Okay, because it's already bad enough that he's a little too overpowered, you know. But then also he gets a harem. Like, what else is next? He's just gonna take over the fucking world, like in the next episode.
There's a cool thing that just happened, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but like it's actually kind of cool. I'll tell you about it after the podcast, but it's a kind of cool thing that happened, and I guessed right.
Okay.
So I'm sticking with it a little bit longer. I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes, see how it turns out. But there's someone else who's just as powerful as the main hero.
Oh, good. Okay.
The main hero, quote unquote hero.
Quote unquote hero.
Protagonist.
The protagonist. Yeah.
He's strong as the main protagonist, but they're friends, but they're not, and it's interesting because watching them fight is actually kind of cool.
Okay.
It has all the feelings of like when they fight. It has all the feelings of like the last couple episodes of an anime. But it's not even close to the last couple episodes, so I'm just like, I don't know where this is gonna go.
Okay, how are you gonna top this?
Yeah.
Right. I think for something that like has like a huge thing happen in the middle, where you're like, how the fuck are they gonna top this? You shouldn't try to top it. You should dial it back and have it be a very like personal ending, almost a very smaller, like Gurren Lagann did, where they literally become robots the size of a universe, and then the final battle is between a shirtless guy and a void. Yeah, shaped like a man, you know.
Gurren Lagann is a good anime. Like,
yep, one of the best mecha animes ever.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Derek, you got anything?
Not really. Just focused on moving.
Yeah. Where can we find you, Derek?
You can find me at Cayman Second on everything. I'm trying to be a little more active on Twitter. I just threw up a League of Legends pro match analysis on my YouTube channel, so go check that out. Yeah.
Where can we find you, Deshaun?
You can find me, Mr. Urban Buddha on YouTube, Mr. Urban Buddha on Twitter, and Super Urban Buddha on Twitch.
And you can find me at I Press the Buttons on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And as always, laugh at yourself, because that's my catchphrase. And we'll catch you guys next time.